Residing in this very room here is where I keep my remnants of various cars collections here, along with some of my Legos here, pop figures, Power Rangers Lightning collections, NASCAR, wall that goes all the way up to the TV here. Have my Lego SpeedChampions right here, and some of my various Hot Wheels. This is only probably about 5 to 10% of what I have on this wall right here. Everything else is in storage. And some miscellaneous Legos up there as well. And in this video, we're going to go over my entire cars collection. We're going to first start off with the smaller kind of collection. We're going to start with some of the smaller stuff, such as the SpeedChampions. Then work our way up to the Hot Wheels here. Then we're going to go for the cars section right here. And then with the biggest collection, well, the second biggest on top of the Hot Wheels, is my NASCAR collection. And then, yeah. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And hope you guys enjoy this video. Also, if you guys would like to see a miscellaneous collection of my Power Rangers Lightning collection, some of my pop figures collection, which some of them will be included, like the Dale Earnhardt over there, and my Legos with various miscellaneous sets up here as well. Comment down below if you guys would like to see that. So let's start off with the SpeedChampions. So for the first one for our SpeedChampions here is we got Dom Toretto's Dodge Charger from the Fast and Furious franchise. So let's first take a look at the figure here. Focus. So it seems Lego did kind of a good job with the actor's appearance, Vin Diesel, of Dom Toretto. He's got the black torso with some basic gray pants here. Nothing on the back here. Overall, Lego did pretty good, I should say. So let's now look at the Challenge Charger, excuse me. Just bring it up a little bit. Overall, they did a pretty good design, what Lego did. I believe this was a summer 2022 release, along with one of the cars that we will later discuss. I kind of like how it gives that low design here. Lego also did a good job with the blower that they got here that they did. And it's very easy to access the top of the charger. I don't know, Challenger Charger, whatever, for the figure to go in here. As we can look on the inside, we got the NOS tank, we got the shifter, and somewhat of a decent representation of the roll cage inside the vehicle itself in real life, which I think Lego did a fabulous job on it. On the screen here, there will be a side-by-side comparison of the model from the movie next to the Lego model itself here, which I believe Lego did a fabulous job with this one. I would give this for, I would say, probably like a 7 or 8 out of 10 here. Next one that we got here is Brian O'Connor's Nissan Skyline here. So with the minifigure, have this zoom in a little bit here. They did a good representation of Paul Walker, rest in peace. They got his outfit from, I believe, the opening of Too Fast, Too Furious here with the white t-shirt here, of course, plain light gray pants, and it came with a wrench as well. With Dom Toretto, it did come with a wrench, but I seem to have lost it here. So with the car, let's get this on the side here. Um, Lego did a fabulous um they did a fabulous representation of the actual car itself from the movie and from the model that it is based off of here. They got the accurate shape, they got the decals, they got the good very good shape of the headlights here with the GTR logo in there. Um, what they also did was, if you look underneath the car, they did a little bit of the underglow that is represented in the movie as well. The wing seems the wings amazing here. They also got a good representation of the back of the car as well. Florida, Toyo tires, the whole shebang here. If we look on the inside, um, it's the windshield. If we look on the inside, it's a right rear drive car. So Paul Walker or Brian O'Connor sits on this side. Let's compare it to like Dom's Charger. He sits on the left side. So Lego managed to get that done well and properly. And inside the car, they got the 3 cans of NOS that he has in this vehicle. And it's very easy just to put the windshield on and have him sit in the car. I would say this was a January 2023 release when this car came out for Speed Champions, the Speed Champions line. Um, I would rate this probably a 9 out of 10 for the Speed Champions line. So next up we got here is the 007 James Bond's Aston Martin here. For me personally, I don't watch the 007 movies. I don't really follow that franchise as much, so forgive me. So for the accuracy of James Bond here, they did pretty good with the tux, the facial features here. I don't know why it came with a wrench. Personally, I would have gave him like a pistol or something because he is a spy after all. So yeah. So if we look at the vehicle here, they got the good like headlights, even though I think they're stickers. Are they? I don't think they look like they're stickers, so I could be wrong about that. Um, Wheels, they got that nice shape of an Aston Martin vehicle here. It's a very vintage, classic design of what it's represented in the films of the 007 franchise. If we look on the inside here, came with a lot of these I think 2x3 or 1x3 tiles of the various plates that James Bond uses in the movies. Like, there's so much it like takes up like the passenger and driver seat here. So let's go ahead and get those out really quick here. Um, I don't think I can. It's very tight in there. Oh, I got it. I'm just gonna just put those on the floor here. So with that, you're able to fit 2 minifigures in this car, which is pretty cool. With majority of the Speed Champions from the Speed Champions line, you're able to fit 2. I know there's one set where you can fit 4. I don't know exactly, but it'll be posted up on the screen right here. That's the set that typically fits for the minifigures here. But for me, not watching the 007 franchise, um, me not being familiar with it, I would give this probably a 6 out of 10 for the Speed Champions line. And this was a summer 2022 release to go along with Dom's car as well. Now we got some of the cars that are based on real life models. We got the Ferrari. I know it's a Ferrari vehicle, but I don't know the exact model of the race car exactly. It'll be posted down here. It's a very nice, sleek, classic, vintage design of a race car. And then we'll take a look at the minifigure here. Just a classic standard minifigure with a Ferrari um, jumpsuit. Kind of like the hair that they chose for this minifigure here. It's got back printing and just some white legs with red going down the sides of it. If we look inside the car, it opens like a spaceship. Open from the front. His helmet, excuse me, is in here. So you can just fit him in here with his helmet. Close him up. I believe this was a December 2021 release. And with this car, I'm gonna rate it a 8. No, that's too high. Gotta be honest. Probably a 5 out of 10 for this one. Okay, so now we got the 2020 Koenigsegg, which I believe is one of the better cars that Lego's made for the Speed Champions line. I kind of like how they they came up with a different suit that kind of gives it a more of a unique kind of touch for the suit instead of just matching it all white. And this one has leg printing, which is pretty nice for Lego. It's got some orange hair. It's got Koenigsegg on the back here. Zoom in. There we go. Koenigsegg on the back. And they give him a wrench. Pretty much majority of these Speed Champions cars that come with the Speed Champions line, they give them a wrench and a helmet, which is okay. In the hood here. I like the lime green accents that they gave with this car here. And then on the back, it's got a little engine back there. If we pop open the top here, I think you can majority of these, like I said, majority of these Speed Champions cars you can fit two two vehicles or not vehicles, minifigures in the back or whatever it is in these cars. So you can just throw the helmet in there, plop this in there. So yeah, with this being white, I kind of like the white design of this concept that they chose, the color. So with this one, I would give it a an 8 out of 10. Now we got one of the cars that kind of started off the Lego Speed Champions collections for me, which is the 2020 Toyota Supra. So with the minifigure, I kind of like how they did his suit with the GR red and black jumpsuit. Zoom in, come on. There we go. With the facial expression, the spiky hair, Toyota on the back here, which I believe is pretty cool. So with the Supra, I kind of like how they give it the black and yellow design here. The headlights, I don't really like how they did the headlights here with the stickers. I believe they should have been printed individually. Then they got the back with the Supra on it. It's pretty cool. And if we look on the inside, of course, it comes with the helmet. And it actually comes with a nice red interior as well, which is pretty cool. Then I thought when I was building this many years ago, I thought you were able to open this, which would have been pretty cool for like a trunk. But the overall design is pretty cool. I like that they have the Supra. If I give this a rating, I would say a 10 out of 10 because it's what started off my whole collection of the Speed Champions line, and I think it just looks pretty cool. One of the final ones in my collection is the Lamborghini Countach. So with the minifigure, Seems pretty happy. Very enjoyable that he is driving a Lamborghini. Kind of like how they did it. Instead of like a racing jumpsuit, they gave him more of like a casual kind of fit here with a Lamborghini emblem on his jacket here with some blue pants. Nothing on the back pretty much. Just a plain old minifigure. So if we take a look at the car with the hood, Lamborghini logo, with the lights, with the headlights. I like how they did with the headlights, where it's like these translucent bricks, and it makes it seem like it pops up. But yeah, and then how they did with the wheels was they put this, I believe it was like a, yeah, it was like a plate of just the hubcaps, and you just put it on there, which I believe that was a really cool move that Lego did. I believe there's an orange one that's coming out in the same style, Lamborghini Countach. And with the tail lights, I like how they had the cone pieces have this more of curve, so it gives more of a curvature for the car. And if we open, it's a very nice windshield here. Red interior again, and you can see two cars or two drivers in this vehicle as well. Pop that back in. So with this, I would say I would give it a um probably a 7 out of 10 for this one. So let's go ahead and move on to the Hot Wheels.